Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Hey, did you like that? 2.0. Anyhow, so we're out gold prospecting right now, and I drove to a location that I've been kind of looking at. Now, I passed this location for quite a while. For about 30 years ago, I would go up and down the main highway, and I would pass this location. Always saw the exit, never got off, and I'm out about 5 or 6 miles from the town. And what's really cool is that there is a mountain ridge that runs on the left side of me and a mountain ridge that runs on the right side of me. So they run parallel to one another. So they're both about the same height. They come down into a valley, but at the bottom of that valley is a creek. You probably can't hear it. Now, it is downhill yet, so it's going to be a hike to get there. But I want to hike down and check that creek out, maybe do a little gold prospecting. So I'm going to take my stuff along. But I really want to see what this area looks like. Now, it is in the beginning of archery season. I don't see any cars on the way out. Like I said, that 5 to 6 mile drive out this road, there was no cars, none in the parking lot here. So I feel pretty safe. Now, I am going to be looking around for tree stands, but I'll be making some noise on the way down, but probably not make too much noise. But let's get hiking and let's see what we can find. All right, but I will keep my eye out. Oh my gosh, where did that come from, right? Oh geez. Hey, come on now. Well, I do have orange in my backpack, so if I do see any activity, hunters or anything like that, I will put the orange on, and let's get going. All right. All right, so I just took my backpack off. So I got my backpack, my bucket. So what I'm going to use here, now I did bring something new along that I'm going to give a try. One interesting thing though, as I was coming down along here, sand. I don't ever see, or I haven't really seen sand along a bank, along a creek until today. So today's the first time. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So see all the sand just kind of comes out along here. But yeah, I've not seen that. So kind of what I'm looking at here is I've got a place to set up my sluice if I decide to use it. I'm not sure yet. I might. But a place there or up here. But I'm looking right here. There's some heavier rocks, some larger, heavier rocks that have been displaced here. We've got right here, just on the back side of this rock, you can see a lot more of that sand. Now, I don't know if that rushed down from this direction or came from upstream. I'm not sure. Looks like it may have washed down off of here, but anything that's in this bank that was caught in them roots, moss, could end up in there. We're going to run some of it, but looking up here at this other little spot, so we've got a lot of heavies that dropped out, and all kinds and sorts of heavies. Sand mixed in, smaller stuff mixed in with it. I'm going to turn the camera around and then tell you what I'm looking at. All right, so now this is looking upstream, and then the water's flowing down, cascading along, and then it hits this first rock pile or riffle area. You can see a lot of large rocks over on that side. Now this is pretty much a straight stretch. However, there is a slight bend right over here. So that's a bend. And then it comes and bends around. And then look at this. So this is where all the heavy stuff just starts dropping out. Really big stuff for this creek. I'm going to straighten the camera out a little bit here. So you can see all the heavy stuff. Now, underneath these tree roots, you can see it back in there. You can see all the sand. May even be a little bit of clay in there, but just coming down along. Again, you see all the larger rocks, all kinds of rocks. So we got our conglomerate rock here. So that's that conglomerate. You can see it mixed with sandstone as well. Here's a piece of conglomerate. Piece of quartz. Larger piece of conglomerate rock. There's a piece of quartz down there. Spin it around. It's a piece of quartz here. Smaller piece. But just looking along here, so another piece of quartz. And then you can see it's coming from the bank. So you got the tree roots here. And you got that conglomerate rock right there. It's still stuck in the bank. Other pieces that have fallen away over time, all coming from upstream. But a nice variety of rocks. All right, so I was just scratching around this pile a little bit and just seeing what kind of rocks were here. So there's multiple rocks right here in this area where it kind of is on this inside bend here. So you can see the fall leaves. But I found this large rock here to put it on. But here's a piece of what looks like sandstone. Another rock. There's this large rock that a lot of them are similar to. That piece of conglomerate. So you can see it's got a lot of mixture of quartz and stuff in there. This one here, here's a white conglomerate, and then just some pieces of quartz that I saw. Just digging around real quick, but yeah, there's smaller pieces of conglomerate with small quartz in it, and just smaller particles. Piece of pink quartz or orangish. All right, so let's get to getting some stuff in the pan. All right, so let me show you what I've got, what I brought along in the backpack and also in that bucket, and then we'll get to digging. All right, let me show you. All right, we'll start out. All right, so my backpack, my Ascend backpack, 31 liter Jackson, but I've got my bucket, which is important. Then I've got my large pan, my black smaller pan, my classifier, large grate, and that one I usually put in here, but you'll see that as we go along. So I've got my shovel, I've got that rock hammer, probably not going to need that today, my pry bar. Now this is something new that I brought along. So these are classification, you can see the different size mesh. So idea is when you put stuff in it, shake it. Anything that's too large won't fit through there. Anything smaller will go down to the next level. So I've got the next level here. So you can see it steps down and then smaller and then smaller. Now anything that gets through this is going to be like our flower gold that we've been seeing here in Pennsylvania. So I'm hoping to catch something a little bigger, but what I'll do is I'll place this inside of that black, inside of that, so all the real fine stuff gets stuck in there. So we're going to give this a try. So I also have my sluice. Not sure if we're going to use that today, but if we do find anything, I've got my snuffer bottle to pick it out of the pan. So hopefully do. Come on, snuffer bottle. You need to get something in you. All right. Hopefully we can feed you today. All right. So this is the spot. I'm going to take a look and see where the best place to start is, and then we'll start doing a couple pans. One of the other things that I brought along with my stuff is a magnet and a pair of tweezers. All right, so this is a magnet. We're going to check for black sand. You know, the black sand is always a great sign. So hopefully we find some black sand. So we're going to run this around in our real fine material to see if there's any black sand. We'll take a look at that after we get done. All right, so I'm working this spot right behind these two rocks. We've got the sand up there, other boulders. Working this down in here. It is pretty deep. Well, not deep, not real deep. It's deep, getting deeper the more I dig. But now I'm to the point where I'm just running my hand down in there, in between these cracks, pulling out anything I can. All right, so we've got our classified material. We've got in this pan. I'm gonna run it through some more classification, get it down even smaller into this. So let's do that. I'll set you up. Maybe we'll do it in the same spot. So I'll grab probably the largest one. We're gonna run it into the black pan and then just keep going smaller and smaller from there. All right, we'll see how that goes. All right, so we got the largest classifier here, largest screen one that I have. So I'm gonna go right into this pan here. We're just gonna take some of this material. You know what? I might wanna get rid of some of that first. So let me pan some of that out of here. I don't wanna do it right here. So let me take it over there, pan this down a little bit, get some of this larger stuff off. And then we'll run it through here, all right? Be right back. All right, I've got that pan down smaller, you can see. Like I said, I don't want to run all that big stuff through, but we are going to take material out of this, run it through this screen into here. So let me get set up here so I can scoop out. Then we're going to go right in there. All right, pretty clean. Let's check it. That'll take it a little bit. All right, so now that we have it down to here, we're gonna just kind of same principle as the large one. We want to get it nice and shaken up. All right, so that's what we got left in there. Put it in here so you can see it a little better. Support my little pan so it doesn't spill out. All right. So that's classified down another level. Ooh, that's a nice little rock. Red. Always check it for gems too. But that's pretty small. Chances of finding any gold that big, not good. But let's just give it a good shake. No. All right, so that was that. Great. This one. So now what we want to do is take it down one step further. So this one here, put that in there. Make sure it's clean. All right, so now we go from here back through the smaller one, and we're gonna get finer and finer as we go down the line. All right. So now we're down to the next level. You can see getting finer and finer. So nothing else coming through. So that's pretty cleaned out. Chances of gold in this area, this creek, that size, probably not good. So put it in here so you can see it a little better. All right, so this is clean. So we've done the two. Now we got two more to go. With this is done, I'm just gonna pan this out just in case. I don't wanna pan it back out in my hole, so I'm gonna go over here, get the water from the hole. All right, so you can see we're getting real fine down here. So that's what made it through the second one. Let me grab the other two. Okay, here's the last two. We're gonna go with this one. Just rinse them off. So get this set up. We're gonna get some water in it. Set that there. And then we're going to scrape this down into that classifier. All right, all clean. This is the next classifier down. Now, at any point, you can pan that out. I'm doing this because I want to see the different levels or the different sizes that come through here. So Let me bring this up a little closer. And then we're just gonna shake it on through. So you can see it already starting to come out. Anything finer than this mesh is gonna go through. So you really want to agitate it. See, it's getting in there. Pretty much I'm bouncing it. Nothing else is coming through. So you can see where we're at. So set this back down. Grab the pan. And you can see we're getting even finer and finer. So that's really, really, really fine stuff there. And then I'm probably, because I'm at that point, I'm probably going to go ahead and just pan this one down too. So let me do that without the camera rolling, just because it's going to be a minute, and I don't want to fast forward you that long. But this is what I'm just going to pan down. I've got one more mesh to go, and then the very, very, very fines that are at the very end. That's what we're really going to concentrate on panning on. Now there could be gold this size that caught. Next size down is in the pan, right? If there is any. So we're prospecting. All right. So I'm going to go over here and pan this. All right. All right. I'm back. That third screen we just panned or ran the material through. Whatever made it through there is in the black pan. So now we're going to take the fourth and the last screen that I have, classifier. We're going to set that one in the bucket or in the pan. I'll turn the camera down so you can actually see me do this. But this is the finest mesh I have. So very, very fine. Fine, very fine. So we're gonna run this now through. Let me just turn you down here. All right. That's better. All right. Get situated. All right. So get some water in the pan. Get you level somewhat. All right. So put this in here. We're gonna get rid of this cloudy water. So you can see that's the finest that we have so far. Scrape that out. I mean, that's really fine. And what's going to be left in this pan is even going to be finer once we get done with this, because we're just screening out. Anything that can't fit through there doesn't end up in there. So unless I missed the pan. All right. So now we'll start shaking this around. Get anything that's in there that's heavy, that's small, to drop through that mesh. You can see I'm really agitating it. Get the water in there. Keep it going. Just kind of dunking it a little bit. All right. Oh. Now you can see that is really, really fine. So you can see that's what couldn't make it through the mesh. There is some down in there. You can see it there. So that's the finest material that we could come up with. So we're gonna add some water to that. We'll probably pan this, but I want to run the, I've got a magnet. So let's run that through this to see what it looks like. See if there's any black sands in either of these. So let me grab that. Get some water in there. Just slurry this around a little bit. Get it all to the bottom. All right. Let me grab my magnet. All right, so this is a pickup tool. So it's got a little handle. The handle releases it. You can clean it off. Had it laying in the sand over there. Right off. All right, so you can see the bottom, nice and shiny. When you have it down, that's a magnet. When it's up, it releases. So we're going to keep it in a down position, and we're going to run it around in this really, really fine stuff here to see if there's any black sands. Let's get this. The idea is any black sands will stick to it. So yeah, all right, I do see some there. So I don't know if you can make it out. A little bit of circle. The magnets are circle. 3 circles on the bottom of this where the magnets are. Get off my hand, bug. So yeah, so right there where those water droplets are, that's actually black sand holding on to the water. Get it a little further back. I don't know. Hard to see, but yeah, there's definitely some black sand in here. Good deal. So I'm gonna check out this other one. Yeah, we got some black sands there too, so good. That's always a good sign. So we're gonna pan this down. I'm probably gonna pan one at a time. This mesh I'll put in here, and we'll pan that one first. And then we'll pan the second one after that. All right, so this is what we got, and we're gonna walk over here and pan this. All right, so I gotta get the camera set up and so forth. We're gonna pan this first one right over here. I want to get the camera set up so that you can kind of watch me do this. Curious. I mean, we got some black sand, but I'm not real hopeful. We'll see. So, all right, let me get the camera situated. Got the black one. We're gonna get you over my shoulder here. All right, so right over there, you can see where we were set up. I just made it right over here to this sandy area. I'm gonna do my panning here, but I wanted to get the camera set up, spin you down, and then probably what we'll do is right in this area, All right, so black pan, here it is. We're gonna go with a little bit, well, no, we're gonna go right to the fine area. All right, so right now I'm getting it emulsified, which means just separating all the sand to get it down to where, hey, the heavy stuff kind of drops down in. Sometimes you do a circular motion, kind of get the heavies off, or the light stuff off the top, and then you just kind of back and forth with the current. Shake it all down, get it going. The idea is to kind of get the heavy stuff down to the bottom because it's designed to sit in this bottom crack. But you got to kind of pull it back, go forward, pull it all back, go forward, till you get it to a spot where you can kind of manage it. You know, when you think you got it all off of there. Work it all down to the front edge and then start pulling it back, separate it a little bit. All right, I don't know, probably not going to be able to see it. Right there, at the tip of my finger, is a little flake of gold. All right, good deal. All right, one little flake. All right, we got another one to pan here. I'm going to get that in a snuffer bottle. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I got that other piece out of there. I'm gonna use this bigger one here. Now this is the finest, everything that we got out of that last screen. So that last screen, anything that could go through that mesh is in this pan. So we're gonna pan this one down. Get it off the edge. All right, I see a little bit here and another fleck there. So, yeah. Set this down. All right. So two more flakes, a little bit bigger than the flower gold that we were seeing at the other places. So I'm kind of liking this spot, and I only did right behind that one rock over there. So definitely going to do some more prospecting here. I really wanted to try out those classifiers, so that's kind of why I came down to this and why we spent some time doing that. I wanted to see how fine they took the material that I put in it. So you can see it got it down very, very fine. You can't move a lot of material like that. It'd be too hard, unless you came up with a way to do it quicker. But I don't know of how to do that yet, quicker, with that size, you know. But it was neat. It was neat seeing the different size gravel to sand, how that progression went. Gives you a little better idea of, if you're just straight panning, the different material that's coming off, because you're really doing that with your pan. So that's just a little bit more technical. But what would be interesting if you dried all of that out and then ran it through there and looked at the different sizes. So yeah, I'm going to take these and get these in the snuffer bottle, and there's another spot right on the other side of this creek where it looks like, so you have not only the two mountains, but you've got this creek that runs down through here, but just on the other side of me, behind me here, on the walk in, I saw another creek bed. It was dry-ish at the one end, and then it was a little wetter. But I could see where it was really dry, and like it eroded away. I'm thinking I might try that, because anything coming down off that mountain might hit that first before it kind of goes over this mound or meets up down further in the stream. I might grab a little bit. I don't know if I'll do that in this video. It's getting late. I gotta head back. It's gonna get dark soon. But this is fun. This is a lot of fun. So get out, explore, prospect. Hey, if you like what you saw, hit like and subscribe. I'm gonna snuffer this out. And if you think I should come back here and do a little bit more prospecting, hey, why don't you give me a thumbs up, make a comment below. Say, yeah, Tony, go back to that spot between the two mountains. We'll call this spot between two mountains, all right? So if you want me to come back here, do a little bit more prospecting and panning, I mean, I just did one little small spot. Go ahead and comment below and say, Tony, go back to that spot between two mountains, and I'll definitely come back. All right. Yay. All right, I'm gonna pack up. All right. Talk to you later. Yay. No more arrows. I didn't see any hunters. All right. I'm gonna head back. Ah, yeah, yeah. You missed. All right. Yeah. No. So, yeah. Ooh. That was a rough one getting back to the car. So, yes, it is hunting season. So remember, if you're out in the woods, wear orange. But, yeah. Looks like I got arrows. All right, well, we're out of here. Remember, it's 2.0. All right, we'll catch you on the next random adventure. And remember, it's just one adventure at a time. All right, take care.